That music just makes you feel good. Welcome back to the desert on this Sunday at Indian Wells. Taking a look at our featured matches. Wow, what a day we have. The world number one, Iga Swiatek, taking on a young star in Linda Noskova. How about last year's champion here, Carlos Alcaraz, against the Canadian Felix Auger-Aliassime. Yannick Sinner's in action. Katie Volynets has had an amazing tournament thus far, taking on another former champ in Caroline Wozniacki. And then Ben Shelton in the night session against Francisco Cerundolo. Well, the Hurd Awards began in 2017, a concept developed by Mark Hurd and Oracle to financially assist the best male and female American college tennis players in meeting the costs they face when turning professional. Each year, Mark presented the $100,000 grants here in Indian Wells until his passing in 2019. Continuing the tradition that Mark began, we will reveal the winners of the 2024 Universal Tennis Foundation Hurd Awards in just a few moments. Because today, a young man and woman will join this star-studded list of previous Hurd Award recipients. Half of these players have gone on to reach the top 40 in the world. Mackie McDonald, Danielle Collins, Chris Eubanks, J.J. Wolf, and Peyton Stearns. These are stars. So is the next graphic. Selecting this year's winners, this group of tennis champions and executives who evaluated and debated all the candidates before making their decisions: Paula Hurd, our own Lindsay Davenport and Tracy Austin, Mary Jo Fernandez, Peggy Michael, Gordon Euling, Todd Martin, Mark Leschly, and Chase Hodges. And we are always so happy to welcome in Paula Hurd and Mark Leschly to tell you who's going to win the awards this year. It's great to see you. I look forward to this day every single year at Indian Wells. Paula, I know you were in the stands last night watching last year's recipient. Peyton Stearns put on such a beautiful performance.
Unbelievable. I'm so proud of her. She has such a bright future. I can't wait to see what's in store for her.
Yeah, absolutely. Already in the top 40 in the world, and you got to say much of that getting that $100,000 grant last year. We're going to tell you who won it this year. But catch us up on kind of how you and Mark developed this and decided to make it happen.
Well, as you know, my late husband was a passionate supporter of the game of tennis, and he played at Baylor. His goal was to fill the gaps from juniors to college to pro tennis. When they canceled the awards, we knew it was a great way to honor my late husband. So, as you mentioned, the $100,000, I'm hoping it helped Peyton focus and not think about how she's going to get to the next tournament. It's a great way to honor Mark. We couldn't have found a better partner in UTR. We're family friends, we're investors in UTR, so when Darcy they put together the foundation, it was a perfect fit. I'm blessed to work with the selection committee. They're fantastic. And as you know, the grants are designed to help these folks, and we're super excited about the recipients this year.
Yeah, and as we've seen, they really do help. Mark, there's a new twist this year. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, well, so, UTR got started really just to help support tennis in general. And about 2.5 years ago, we got into the pro game. And we've created now a global tour around the world, 26 countries, and we've given out $10 million of prize money. But one of the things is that it's super hard. It's a tough journey. And the great thing about that is we get to give back. And as we go through that journey, we met some wonderful people. I mean, world-class people like Paula, who are super generous. And this year, we had such amazing candidates. And we had two individuals who've been involved, Gordon Euling and Dr. Jim Lair. And Gordon, who is just a dear friend, sports innovator, longtime mentor of Novak Djokovic, and just a generous soul, is always giving back. And they were so enamored by the candidates this year. And super, super talented. And so the notion of just supporting two players, when there's so many that need support. And so basically Gordon, and he's created this thing with Dr. Jim Lair called the Youth Performance Institute, which is really to help nurture young people, give them purpose, allow them to achieve their fullest, figure out how to navigate the past. And Jim Lair has mentored 12 number ones in the world. He is the preeminent sort of source and standard on mental toughness. And so they stepped up and they decided that they wanted to provide $100,000 of support this year. They've created 2 finalist grants. And then they're getting all of the finalists, all the champions, as well as 6 other candidates together with Jim Lair and the Youth Performance Institute to really help mentor them and to teach them the path. So very, very exciting.
So that's priceless. I mean,
absolutely
getting to have the inspiration from Jim Lair, some motivation there, as well as Gordon. So here are For the first time ever, the finalist award for the Universal Tennis Foundation Hurd Awards. We've got Chloe Beck and Cannon Kingsley. Chloe Beck of Duke, Cannon Kingsley of Ohio State. You might remember Beck won the Roland Garros Junior doubles title back in 2019 with Emma Navarro, had the longest ACC singles win streak in Duke history, and Cannon Kingsley plays for number 1 ranked Ohio State University. They are 16-0 this year. So $40,000 grants to both of them as the finalists. And now it is time to reveal the 2024 Hurd Award champions who will receive that $100,000 grant this year. And 2 very worthy people will get that. It's Fiona Crawley of the University of North Carolina, Ethan Quinn of Georgia. Tell us more about them.
Well, Fiona's staying at our house, and we had a chance to meet her parents last night, and she's just the sweetest, most extraordinary young woman. She competed in the U.S. Open last year in the main draw. She decided she wanted to go back and have a senior experience to lead her team. She bypassed $100,000, so it's sort of karma that this sort of comes full circle. She's just delightful, and I think she's proven herself already to compete at the next level, and I think she's got a bright future ahead.
You know, won the national title in doubles last year, NCAA national title, also won the national title as a team for North Carolina. So she's led them for 4 years. She's a senior. She's back there playing again, and now knows, Paula, it was $81,000. She earned her way into the U.S. Open last year. Right. Didn't take it because of the NCAA rules. Now she gets $100,000.
Yeah, karma.
So congratulations to Fiona. And how about Ethan Quinn as well? This is a guy who's the top-ranked recruit in the country and lived up to it, backed it up, won the NCAA title.
100%. You know, this is a young kid. You know, he really won that NCAA as a freshman. He is super talented. He's got a UTR that's north of 14. He's already taken to the next level. He qualified here earlier this week, had a tough match against Patrick Kipson. He's been mentored at a young age by Brad Stein, one of the great coaches on the tour, you know, who took Kevin Anderson, works with Tommy Paul. So he's got a great team around him. He's super committed. He's balanced. And his team loved him. And boy, the accolades that came from his coaches and his friends, marvelous.
Already up to 284, career high in the world right now for Ethan. As you mentioned, we saw him here, able to qualify for Indian Wells. He got to a final and a challenger in Cleveland. Yeah. So things are coming for Ethan Quinn, keeping your eye out for that name, as well as Fiona Crawley. And when are we presenting them with their awards, Paul?
Later this afternoon on this main stage, so hopefully we'll get a crowd, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And as you do, these people come back to you and like Danielle, I know, is very grateful for this.
Yeah, we keep in touch mostly around performance throughout the year, but I think you'll be talking about these 2 people next year on this segment. That's my thought.
Absolutely.
And they're great people. I mean, the other thing, we saw Peyton last night. My favorite moment last night with Peyton was when she got up to the net and she had a big smile on her face. Yeah. Just a class act, you know. And so it's wonderful to support them.
Well, congratulations once again to all the winners today, the big winners, Ethan and Fiona. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Mark, for all that you do to support the rise of college tennis players into the pros and just the sport in general.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, much more still to come here on TC Live. We are talking about Iga Swiatek and Linda Noskova. They are top of the hour. First ball on Stadium 1. Don't go anywhere.